with author, speaker, caregiver advocate, and talk show host Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for caregivers.
It's time to celebrate. Good afternoon and welcome to Connecting Caregivers, the show where you can find help and hope. With me, Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregivers, with love, laughter, and lessons learned, because I got plenty of all that stuff.
You do.
Yeah, I do. And with me, as always, is my best friend, my co-host, and my sidekick, not psychic, Lynn Thornley.
Hi, Lindy. Nice to be here.
How are you today? A little brisk?
A little brisk. I'm not complaining. I already did my complaining. But I think that we should mention, I saw in the news last night that there's people out there calling elderly people and saying that they have a virus in their computer.
Oh, yeah. I saw something about that, too.
They arrested a lot of them, bring money to this hotel.
Right.
Because we're the only ones who can get you out of it. And they'd probably heard on, because some, how they hold cities hostage and that. And that's what they thought. And there's like 40 of them that were
And I'll tell
taken.
you, I saw part of one of those segments. And we're not talking about stupid people here. We're talking about regular, everyday people that were feared into paying money.
Yes.
We're feared into, like when they say they're going to shut off your electric or whatever, your kid's going to go to jail. It's all on that fear factor.
And that's the newest one now.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to pay attention to all that stuff.
Don't listen to them.
Yeah, so it was a good week this week. I was on Fox News again, which was kind of cool with the sandwich generation.
Yes.
And we got a lot going on this week. But I got to talk again about the power of the card. So you guys know I have a card and it says on it, the person I'm with has Alzheimer's or dementia, which makes it difficult for them to find the right words and understand what has been said. Thank you for your patience. And as always, in this morning's support group, again, somebody says, oh, that card really helped me the other day. I was in the store with my mom and she just kept picking through stuff and she didn't know what she wanted. And the person behind the counter was getting really not very nice. She said, and I handed the card and everything changed. And everything changed. So I had a woman contact me this week and she said, Linda, I got some of the cards. Thank you for sending them because I had announced this I do it all the time on Facebook, but also when I was on Fox News, that if anybody wanted these cards, just contact me and I'll send you cards. And I got over 128 requests for cards. So the woman says the cards came the day before I was leaving to go to my high school reunion to go back to my town. And my husband is my high school sweetheart. But I was not going to take him to the reunion with me because he has frontal temporal dementia and he says very inappropriate things. And I just wanted a night. She says, so a friend of ours was going to stay with him. Well, it turns out that the friend fell off a ladder and broke his ankle like 4 hours before the reunion. So that wasn't happening. So she said, I'm just going to take him, but I don't feel like explaining all night to everybody about what's going on. So she took the card and taped it to the bottom of her name badge. And she just wore it all night long. And if he said something a little wacky or whatever, she just pointed to the card. She said, we had the most fabulous time.
And that was good for him.
Oh, it was good for him. It was good for her. She didn't have to. And she said, Linda, I'm sending you an email with 10 names and addresses of other people that would like your cards.
Thing is, I think you need it bigger if you're going to wear it on your shirt. I mean, a lot of us can't see that well. We'd be right up to you.
Yeah. So, we get stories week after week after week about the power of the card and what's going on. And the whole big point of it is keeping some dignity.
Yeah.
I don't want to be standing behind somebody and doing this or I'm rolling my eyes.
When you were telling a story about going through at the store, I was thinking, my great niece who does that, maybe I could pass them a card.
You could use it for money.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today we have two great guests on this show. We have Sheri Gruden from the Suncoast PACE. Welcome.
Thank you.
So glad you're here today. I really need to get this information out. I remember years ago when I was doing a support group and I let one of the women know about PACE and she came back like the month later and she was like, my life has changed, Linda. Because it was such a big, huge thing, and people just don't know about it. So
you are right.
Hopefully,
yes.
We're going to talk a little bit more about that today.
Thank you.
And then we have my friend David Green.
Good.
From
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I have to apologize for not being on the trail this morning doing the cleanup.
We handled it. We took care of it. It's a little brisk.
Oh, it was a little breast. Well, I pulled my back out. It's just starting to get better, and I've been told not to touch it. And with the wedding coming up, I'm getting a little freaky.
Yes.
Or whatever.
She makes me carry everything for her.
Stop. She goes, don't touch that.
Yeah,
don't
she
touch
tries
that,
to
Linda.
pick-
Don't
she
touch
shouldn't.
that.
Because you just need that twinge is going to come back.
Well, I had a back brace on for like 2 weeks. And
Oh,
like I said,
no.
we got the wedding coming up. We got the pancake breakfast
Yes,
coming up.
I know.
I got to be in shape.
You got to be in shape.
I got to
we
be
got
in shape.
Vaughn.
So. And hey, we forgot to say hi to Vaughn today.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing good. What's happening with you?
Oh, nothing much. Producing one of the best shows.
Oh, you got
Oh.
it. Thank you. See, the cookies pay off.
And he has such a good voice. I love to hear it.
Yeah, I love to hear his voice too. A shout out to our newest listeners. We have Travis in Ruskin. We have Carol in Riverview and Janice in Tampa.
Welcome.
Yeah.
A gentleman.
A gentleman. And like I say, there is always room around the Connecting Caregivers table for new people. You can listen to us live, or you can listen to the podcast, or you can listen on iHeartRadio or Apple iTunes or wherever it is. We're out there.
Facebook.
But it's very exciting every week when more people say, we listened, I learned something, I picked up something, I didn't know something about it. And people call in and tell me stuff that I didn't know either and give me tips. I met with a woman a few weeks ago, and she said she has a woman that she goes to her house like 3 days a week for a couple hours and helps the woman. And the woman kept asking her, could you come over and watch TV with me at night? Could you come watch? Well, she has her own family that she needs to go home and make dinner for and everything. And she was just having like this just felt very
Guilt
badly.
trip.
Yeah, it felt very badly. Well, one day the woman calls her and she said, could we do phone TV? Now I'm thinking that's a new app or something like that. This is what they do. At 5:00 at night, they put their favorite television show on, and they both call each other. And so the phone's there on the counter. The one woman's making dinner. The other woman's sitting in her lounge chair or whatever. And they watch 2 of their favorite shows. And you can't talk while the show is on. You can only talk during the commercials.
Yeah.
So the other one's getting her dinner ready, whatever, and she can do it, and she can see the, whatever. And then when the commercial comes, hey, that was funny, whatever.
Well, they watch Mom, right?
Yeah,
that
Mom
is
the
funny.
show they watch Mom, and I hear there's a lot to say about that show, so I don't know.
It is. It
But,
makes you feel very good about your own family when you watch
Does it?
these 2 ladies.
But this woman is not lonely anymore. She knows every night she's going to get that call at 5 or 6 o'clock or whatever, and have that hour. And she just said to her, I can't tell you. So these are the kind of things we need to figure out. These are the little things that we can do just to help a neighbor. Just anybody could do that. This woman contacted me a while back. She lives in a neighborhood for many years. Well, everybody's dying and moving away. But she doesn't know anybody on her block anymore. And she went around and wrote notes to her neighbors and said, would you be my friend?
Oh.
Friends of the friendless.
Yeah. So lots of times we forget about our neighbor, that we just see them go in and out. I have one neighbor, she only goes out on Friday nights. If I don't see that car move on Friday night, I'm going to get nervous. But that doesn't mean that she couldn't use a little company, or just a hello, or you know what? I was at the supermarket and there was buy one, get one free. There's one for you. Then you just, because sometimes you got to kind of find the way to open it up too.
I like it. I sit outside my place and people come visit me.
It's nice.
They all come over. It is so much fun. They'll say, I thought you were cleaning. I said, yeah, well, if company comes, I'm not cleaning.
I could take a break. So Sheri, let's talk a little bit about, first of all, I Empath, Suncoast just delights me, everything. They were there with me when my mom passed away. They've been with me for a lot of stuff. They taught me a lot of my caregiving stuff because I didn't know what respite care was until I was in my bereavement group. So I think just getting that education out to everybody is so important. So give it to us.
All right. Well, good. You were asking for good news. So this is good news.
Yeah.
This program is amazing. And every time I present it, I always hear this is too good to be true.
Right.
I've been with this program going on 15 years in this community. And I wouldn't stay here if I wouldn't put my mom in this program. So what we are is we're a managed care program. What that means is as long as you qualify, we have our own doctors, we have transportation, and that's huge in this area to get our seniors transportation to our PACE center. We have an adult day center that has activities, entertainment, we do fine arts, we play bingo, there are sewing groups. There are a lot of things that seniors who have become isolated.
Isolation can
don't
be
do.
death.
Yes, it is. And I've firsthand knowledge of that. I've seen what we have done, and I can tell you all the things that we provide, but I think stories tell the better.
Yes.
The better half. So we have had people who were so isolated, they were living in a dark apartment with the air conditioner off. They were afraid to use the air conditioner. I met a 98-year-old lady who had no one. She had outlived her family. She was here in Florida and she desperately needed socialization. And we were able to go in to her and begin to bring her out of that. And it improved her quality of life for as long as we had her. So she was too sick to go to the doctor. I've said that myself.
Yeah.
But our program is different. We even have nurses that make house calls. So our program provides all kinds of support, everything from housekeeping to somebody to help you get in and out of the shower. A lot of our seniors are afraid to do that. So they don't. And they take little bird baths, which are great, but it's not good for your skin.
No, it's not good for anything.
For anything. So we can help do that. If you're not feeling well and we send a nurse out because you say, I don't feel like going to see the doctor, the nurse will go out and she or he will do an assessment. And if need be, we call for our transportation to come pick them up that day and get them in to see our
That's perfect.
doctors.
Because sometimes they just need that encouragement and to know that there's someone there that cares about them.
Yes.
Because I think they get to that point where I just don't care anymore.
Yes. We have an amazing center. So not only do we have around 70 to 80 people that come to our day center each day.
That's in St. Pete.
We're in Pinellas Park, actually.
Oh, better for us.
Yes, just south of Bryan Dairy off of 66.
Wow.
So it's a beautiful facility and it's secured. Only our PACE participants attend this day center. And in the day center, we also have our physical and occupational therapy suite right there. And we have our medical clinic. So we have two
It's like
MDs.
a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
So that's right by where your mom was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, she was by
We're across the street.
Yeah.
And we are under the Empath umbrella, and Empath is our corporation, and we're a sister to Hospice. So a lot of people get a different idea about our program, but you don't have to be actively dying or end of life to come on to our program. We actually want you sooner than that.
Oh, exactly.
Yes, so we can help. The goal of our program is to keep you at home. I want to be at home. I don't want to go to a nursing home. I've never found anyone who says I want to go to a nursing home. If there's an option to stay at home, we're it. So we can provide the services and the care for you that you need to stay at home. We can provide you meals. We can give you an emergency response button if you need a new walker because yours is rickety and you're going to fall.
Yeah.
We provide that.
So how do they apply and who's open for this? Not everybody.
It's not for everyone because there are some restrictions. You do have to change your primary care doctor. And a lot of our seniors have a little bit of a pushback, but you've got to weigh what you need.
Right.
Your primary.
That's how it was with my friend that came. She said everything else was so perfect. The doctor part was the least of my problem. I had no problem with changing my doctor.
You have to weigh it out. My primary care doctor can't send me meals. And they can't get me somebody to help with the housekeeping because my back hurts too much to change the sheets. So our program can do that. So you have to weigh it out and see what's good for you. So we offer these services to people that are 55 and older. That's very young.
Yeah.
But 55-year-olds who were working and had a stroke and now can't work anymore, they have spouses.
Oh, that's fabulous.
How do you do that? So the spouse ends up not being able to work because they've got to take care of their loved one. The magic of our program.
As they're getting worn down.
Yes, as they're getting worn down, burn out, and we need our caregivers.
Yeah.
They are huge in our lives, in the lives of the community. So we don't want them to burn out. So we provide the supportive care they need. So we've had cases where a 56-year-old male, for example, would have a stroke, unable to care for himself totally. His wife is there and she can no longer maintain her full-time employment, and she can't afford to have somebody come in and stay with him. So he enrolls into our program. We can send somebody out to help him get ready in the morning, but usually in the story that I'm thinking about, the wife is able to get him up in the morning and dressed. Our transportation picks him up. She goes to work.
Yeah.
She can sustain their way of living. He comes to our center. We have nurses, assistants, nurses, caregivers, all kinds of people that are on the floor that can help take care of them. We even have a showering facility at our PACE center.
And you know what's so good about that too, because not just is he isolated,
right?
But she becomes isolated because she can't go to work,
right?
And she's home taking care of him. And now she's getting depressed and she's getting sick and she's getting, because the caregiver needs to be out and about and do things too.
Correct. And we want to preserve her because she's so important. And we want her to not have to place him somewhere. And I don't know that he would be appropriate for an assisted living. Right. And the other option is a nursing home at 56 years old. It's horrible. Mm-hmm. So we come in and we fill that gap and we give her a break, the caregiver.
That's important.
She can go back to work, which is also important for us to be productive.
Right.
And not just
people
at home
lose their
care
homes because of medical bills and
Absolutely. And so he comes and we have a chef that prepares our meals there. So he's fed, he's pampered, he's socialized, and he gets brought home on transportation at the end of the day. The wife meets him at home, brings him in.
Would this be appropriate for somebody that has like a spinal cord injury or something like that kind of stuff too?
Absolutely. We have some restrictions, so it will be a one-on-one conversation to make sure that we can properly take care of them.
Right.
The goal is to keep them independent.
Right.
Okay. So most of us want to be independent. We've had people who have broken a hip who were independent and living 80 years old at home alone. They've broken a hip and now their options are very limited because they can't go back to home. So what do they do? So we can come in and help support them and keep them out of the nursing home where nobody wants to go anyway. So we improve their quality of life. I'm thinking of another story of a lady who was so physically disabled that she left her front door open. She couldn't get up to answer the front door. She couldn't get up to get in her kitchen and cook a meal. So she ordered from the restaurant down the street,
and they walked
breakfast,
in the door.
lunch, and dinner. And they walked in the door. She paid them with her credit card that had her Social Security on it. And she probably would have died in that apartment had we not stepped in. Someone helped her get to us. And then we did an assessment with her and it changed her life so dramatically. And it probably saved her too. So she comes to the day center 3 times a week now. She's socialized. She comes, we all carry backgrounds with us and amazing things that we've done in our lives.
Everybody has a story.
Those don't go away.
No.
She was an artist. In her apartment, you could tell that she loved to make jewelry. She made crafts, and it was something she just put in the drawer because there was no one there to share that with. Yeah. So she now comes to our center and she shares the richness of her life with others. It's truly an amazing thing.
So people are out there that are listening to this. Some people may think, oh, this can work for me, but you may know a neighbor or somebody that you work with or somebody that may be in a situation. Have a little conversation with them. See if you can open some doors. Let them listen to the podcast after the show is over if they couldn't listen today. And we're going to give you all the information on how to get in touch with Sheri and everything. But put your thinking caps on because there's probably somebody you know that needs these services.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So do they call you first? Do they go online? What do they do?
They can call us first. We have a number. It's the 727
289-0062.
289-0062, and that's the starting point. They'll get me on the phone within a day or two. I'll be able to call them back, and we'll have a conversation. I'll find out what they need. I'll tell them about us, and then we have our intake coordinator, Julie Halley. She actually goes out into the home and does an assessment and answers more questions. We send a nurse out to do a home safety check, and then we bring them in for a tour. They'll meet our doctors. They will see our facility and make sure that it feels right to them.
Right.
And we can get their questions answered. And if it looks good, if we have an opening, we enroll them into our program.
Because I bet you there's a lot of people too, you go into their house, they're not eating properly.
Absolutely.
They're not getting regular doctor visits, whatever they need.
Absolutely.
Because it's frustrating and it's sad and it's lonely and you just don't know and it's fearful.
Yes.
You need a friend to come in. You need somebody that you can feel comfortable with.
Yes, absolutely. And they get a whole care team that is assigned to them. Once they enroll, they have 2 nurses and a social worker that become their care team. They get to know them personally. This isn't a telephonic program. This is we put your arms around you and we lift you up from where you are. And our hope is to make you healthier and to give you a better quality of life for however long that lasts.
Well, for the health of this show, we need to hear from our sponsors because you know the deal. If we don't hear from them, you don't hear from me. So don't go away. We'll be right back on Connecting Caregivers Radio. Are you looking for compassionate and dependable home care for you or a loved one? Assisting Hands Home Care, serving Pinellas and Pasco counties, can help.
The day came that taking care of my mother was no longer the best thing for me or for her. Between kids and a job, I couldn't give her the attention she needed and deserved, and I was overwhelmed. So I reached out to Assisting Hands Home Care. Now I can see what an important decision that was, and I feel confident that my mother has compassionate and dependable caregivers who help her to stay happy, healthy, and home. Today, I'm able to visit with my mother and enjoy our time together, which is exactly what we both needed.
Assisting Hands Home Care. Call today for your free in-home consultation. In Pinellas, call 727-748-4211. In Pasco, call 813-280-4383 or visit assistinghands.com. When you can't do it all, give Assisting Hands a call. Arden Courts is an assisted living facility designed to care for those that are struggling with dementia or Alzheimer's, where families and residents can feel the freedom with a nurse on site 24/7. Arden Courts provides specialized memory care in a safe and nurturing environment. They recognize every individual's physical, mental, and social needs and provide a secure environment that fosters independence for as long as possible. Walking paths, visual cues, and home-like amenities invoke a sense of freedom and independence. At Arden Courts, their goal is to make your loved one as comfortable, independent, and healthy as possible. They offer 10 hours a day of activities and programming with a unique setting of a home-like environment and 4 theme houses. It warms my heart to see how happy the residents are. Please call or stop in to talk with a representative. Arden Courts of Seminole at 727-517-7800, Largo 727-559-8411, or Palm Harbor 727-771-1600. Give them a call.
Is the fear of falling keeping you from doing the things you love? Do you suffer from diabetic neuropathy or plantar fasciitis? VoxLife can help. Whether you're caring for someone you love or being cared for, VoxLife wearable neurotech helps your body reach its full potential. Proven to reduce symptoms of diabetic neuropathy and plantar fasciitis, VoxLife also reduces the risk of falling in adults over the age of 55 by 8 times. VoxLife is a safe, simple, drug-free solution that optimizes your neurology. The biggest breakthrough in wellness in 50 years. VoxLife offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can't afford not to try it. To learn more about VoxLife, go to www.voxlife.com/caregivers. That's www.voxlife.com/caregivers. They help my parents and they can help yours too.
Oh, he must be cold, I guess.
I I see trees of green,
Red roses too.
I see them blue
For me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Okay, caregivers, now it's time for the caregiver affirmation. Take a minute, take a deep breath, sit down, close your eyes if possible, and just listen to these words. I know on my journey there is help and hope. I affirm that I am a good caregiver, that I try my best each day, and I recognize that I deserve to have my own needs met just as much as those for whom I care. I promise I will not allow myself to be consumed by my caregiving role, and I will set aside time in my busy schedule just for me. I am mindful of the other caregivers in my life, and I will let them know that I appreciate their efforts. I am grateful for the people that walk beside me. I will take good care of my own health physically and spiritually, drink enough water, eat quality foods, allow for time to rest and to exercise, laugh often, if only at myself, and seek medical attention for my own health concerns. I am who I am, and I allow others to be who they are. Today I will add one item to my assisting angels list. Then if someone calls to say, let me know if there's something I can do, I will be ready to accept their offer and provide them with the opportunity to assist me. It is an honor to be of service of others, and I will not deny my friends and family this honor. Okay, think about it, caregivers. And you know what I always say when somebody asks if they can help you, say thank you very much. And so a caregiver contacted me recently, and one had hung the caregiver affirmation on the mirror in her bathroom because it said it helped to remind her. Well, when we talked about that on the show, another woman took a copy of the caregiver affirmation and hung it on the mirror in her guest bathroom. And some of the people came in and they said, oh, we really didn't realize that you needed some help. Oh,
Smart lady.
Was that smart? Thank you for bringing that to our attention because it's hard to ask for help sometimes. So I thought that was a cool thing to do.
Ballsy.
So Sheri, while we were listening to our wonderful sponsors, Lynn asked you, is there a cost?
This is also a remarkable answer. So, no, there's no cost. It's free to those that qualify. And the qualifications are you've got to be 55 or older. You must live in Pinellas County. You have to have something going on with you that's preventing you from doing your daily activities, and which allows you to meet a level of care. And then you've got to meet a financial criteria, and it's pretty high. You can earn up to $2,300 a month in income.
Wow.
Most of our seniors earn a fraction of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can have up to $4,500 in liquid assets, that savings checking account. They don't include your home or a car. So
your home and your car.
Home and your car are exempt. So we're pretty amazing. And if you have an additional nest egg, some of the people that have been on your show, we work with elder law attorneys in the area that can help shelter that so they can enroll. Now, once you get in, there are no co-payments on anything. Any of the services or meals or transportation.
Medications are free too, you said?
We have our own pharmacy.
Wow.
So the medications are free to you and delivered to your door.
And that's so important because many times, especially people that are in a tough financial situation,
it's huge.
Is they don't even get their meds filled.
Correct.
Or they don't have any way to get to the store to get them done. But I find when someone actually delivers it to them and hands it to them, it's a much better opportunity that they're going to take what they need to take.
Yes. And two more amazing things. I could talk for hours, but I need to leave David some time. But another thing is if they are on our program and they've been on our program and something happens to them because things happen in life and they need to go to an assisted living facility, most of our seniors don't have the income to pay for that assisted living, and we can help subsidize that.
Wow.
We get them into a 5-star rated community assisted living facility, the ones that you all have talked about before. Wow. And we help pay for that. If they ever need to go to a nursing home, then they stay right with us. And we continue to be their care team. We continue to provide visits
That's
and care.
wonderful.
It's amazing. And it's all at no cost. Now, they will have to help pay their rent if they do need to move into a facility,
Right.
but they don't ever pay our program.
Wow.
And people have asked, how is it that you all can do that? Because we're federally and state funded. For every participant,
It's like hospice.
for every participant, every month we get a check from Medicare and a check from Medicaid, and we put those two together in a pool. And out of that pool, we might pay for Miss Mary's doctor's appointment and medicine this month, but we also pay for Mr. Joe's surgery. We cover 100% of their health care. They have no co-payments, no donut holes. It's truly amazing.
That donut hole can kill you. I know with my
Sure it
husband
can.
it did.
Yeah.
So David had asked a question too when we were on the break about, so do we have openings? We have a short waiting list compared to the Pinellas County Area Agency on Aging, who has about 5,000 people deep on their waiting list. We have a very small waiting list. It could be a couple of months and we could get you some help. So that we do have a waiting list, and we're capitated, which means the governor actually holds the purse strings of our program. If we are working with the lobbyists to help get more openings for our program, because this county desperately needs
the
the
we
help.
have plenty of people here.
Exactly. So if we get those openings from the governor, then we will continue to grow to help others.
So
Shoot
shoot your
that's our
governor
hope.
an email and tell him about this.
Please,
Because the
PACE
squeaky
program.
wheel gets oiled. You know that.
That is correct.
Well,
So
thanks. We'll talk about maybe a few more things after this, but we got to get
Sure.
on to some little Kiwanis business here.
Okay.
So I've been in Kiwanis, I said, like 15 years. How many years have you been in, David?
Going on 41 years.
41.
He looked 41.
Yeah, he
No, thank
started
you.
when he was about 5 years old.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
But we do a lot of things. Our chapter does a lot of things with children, but I'll put it on to you because you can give the whole story.
All right. Well, mark your calendars for March 7th. March 7th, the Kiwanis Breakfast Club of Seminole is hosting its 39th consecutive annual all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast, which is a major fundraiser for our club. At this particular breakfast, we've guesstimated, McDonald's used to post we've served 100 million or whatever. Well, my guesstimate is we've served about 36,000 pancakes in 39 years. And why would I know that figure? Because I've been the chairman of this event for the last 26 years. So I keep pretty good tabs
His
on what we're doing.
clipboard is a frying pan he brings to the meeting.
To get people to sign up, make that association with pancakes. This is going to be held. We're the kickoff event for the 56th annual Powwow Festival that's happening in the city of Seminole. So we're going to kick off the week before on that Saturday, March 7th, and it's held at the Seminole Recreation Center, which is 9100 113th Street North in Seminole. If you know the area, it's right next door to the library and St. Pete College.
The post office.
Next to the post office. Tickets for the event, very cheap, very reasonable for all you can eat. So it's $5 for adults, $3 for children from 5 to 10 years of age, and 4 and under are free.
Can't beat that.
And I don't think we've changed our ticket prices in 15 years. So we just want people to come out. It's a great event. You're going to see the mayor, you see city council members, you're going to see neighbors. It's a warm, fuzzy
It's like
day.
old hometown week kind of.
It is. And the breakfast itself, it includes all the pancakes you can eat. We have 2 different flavors, old-fashioned buttermilk. We have orange-flavored
The orange
pancakes.
ones are good.
We exchange out the water ingredient with fresh orange juice, so that gives it a nice little orange taste. Your choice of toppings, we have strawberries, blueberries,
Whipped
chocolate
cream.
chips, whipped cream. Of course, it includes your beverages.
And the best sausage.
Oh, and the best sausage.
The
And we-
Rudy Tooty.
yeah, and we have coffee, orange juice, milk is also served. One of the things that we started 4 years ago, and it's gotten a bit larger and larger, and this year will be the largest one, is we also have incorporated what we call our Caring Corner. So when you come for pancakes and you enjoy your breakfast, don't fail to visit our Caring Corner section. Our Caring Corner, when we approach different sponsors to help us with this large project, we have a lot of people that'll step up and say, look, I'd like to donate something. I'd like to help you out. We have restaurants. Let me give you a gift card. Let me give you some gift certificates. Let me give you maybe some product that we have here on the shelf. And so we gather up all of that and we make gift baskets. We have some very talented people in our club.
Yes, we do.
And we have,
it's not me.
And we have this year, I have a list here for our Caring Corner. I just received it last night. It's still being sharpened a little bit, but we have 60 baskets for sale. And these are very reasonably priced. They're all themed baskets. We've got men's spa baskets. We have women's spa baskets. We probably will have about 10 Easter baskets, as Easter is right around the corner. We have kids baskets, books baskets, patriotic baskets, sports baskets for Rays. We have wine baskets. The list goes on and on.
And they're for purchase. It's not a raffle.
It's not a for raffle. We one year we thought we would do a silent auction. That didn't work quite as well.
It's a lot of work.
Because people are coming and going. So we just like for you to visit the table. Each table will have an itemized list of what's over in the corner, so you can peruse the list and then get up and go over and see what we have for sale. In addition, we have tons of gift certificates. We must have about 25, 30 gift certificates. So we got movie passes. We've got restaurant passes. Wow. We've got golf.
I got everything.
We have everything. So that's just dovetails into what we're doing for Pancake Day. And last but not least, we like to involve the community, but we're in the rec center. We have a huge stage. We have a sound system, et cetera. So we invite different people to come out and showcase their talents. So we'll open the morning with Starstruck dancers in Seminole. We'll be performing. Oh. And the youth will be showing us some of their dance costumes and techniques. Some of their moves. We have a very young elementary school K-Kid girl who's going to be coming out, Grace, and she just won her little talent competition at her elementary school, and she can really belt out a song. So she's going to be singing for us. And we'll wrap up with a World War II veteran, Vernon. He's 94 years old, and boy, can he play the harmonica. So you'll be serenaded with harmonica.
Wonderful.
So come out for that as well.
Or I might have to interview him for my other new show that's coming up.
Exactly. Parking is free, ample parking. You pull right up to the building and get out and come on in. It is from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. So from 7 to 11 a.m., our goal is to serve 400 people in 4 hours. And it's a fun day. And we have ample room for everybody. It's good and hot. And 100% of the proceeds go back in the community just by the nature of how our club is chartered. Right. So nothing is kept for us. So it'll go back in. We've adopted 6 elementary schools in Seminole. And we have Adopt a School program. We have Bugs programs. We have our K-Kids leadership programs.
We have the reading program. And we also give out free children's books at the Kiwanis breakfast.
I'm glad you brought that up. We have free books. That just dovetails into our Just One Book program that we offer. And it also supports Special Olympics. We have 12 to 15 projects and programs in our Kiwanis Club. And it's this type of event that helps us fund those and give those dollars back out in service.
Right, because everything goes back to children.
Yes. Our main focus is children. I mean, I know we do things for the veterans, for the Field of Honor, et cetera.
Right. But the proceeds from the Field of Honor goes to children.
Absolutely. Yeah. And all these various programs.
Yeah.
So it's a great event. Again, March 7th. And mark your calendars and come on out.
Come by and see us. I know you want me to cook you breakfast. Just come by.
You'll see Linda. She's done it all. She served juice. She served coffee. She's been on the buffet line. She's probably.
I like to be outside waving them in. Get in here.
Yeah. So we're hoping that we'll see you and you'll come out and you'll support us because it's just a very good cause and it's a fun day.
And not just that. Come to one of our meetings, David. Tell them about our meetings and I spoke to Sheri before the show. I think she should come speak at one of our meetings.
Oh, absolutely.
It would be wonderful. But tell them a little bit about our meetings.
Well, we meet at Lake Seminole Square on Seminole Boulevard. And we meet every Tuesday morning at 7:15.
There's my problem.
Well,
right
I know. We hear that a lot. But let me tell you, my personal experience is, I mean, when I come to Kiwanis, and I'm sure Linda can testify and say the same thing. Yes, it's a little struggle to get up and get ready to be there by 7:15. But once you've had a day of fun and good conversation and wonderful guest speakers who educate us each Tuesday.
Yeah, it's cool.
And a lot of dialogue, and it's an hour and 15 minutes. You're in and out. I mean, I was always pumped wherever my next destination was. I was already raring to go because I've just had all this interaction.
It's been such a great day.
It's a great day.
It's a great way to start the day with fabulous people that do fabulous things. And
I have a struggle getting here on time.
Well, there is a night chapter. For people that can't get
Yeah,
up
there's an
early.
evening club in Seminole. We're fortunate. We have 2 Kiwanis clubs in the city of Seminole. Not every city has that. So we have an evening club, and then we have, of course, our breakfast club.
And you don't have to be from Seminole.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
I live in Largo. We have people coming from the
too.
beaches. We have people coming from Pinellas Park, St. Pete.
Okay.
It's just that this is a good fit, and they just like the interaction. And, each Kiwanis club has its own personality.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our own personality, and we have a very good mix, both men and women.
We have a fabulous club. We really have.
You got Linda
I love
Burhan.
Yeah, we got
everybody.
Linda.
No, really. We have fabulous people in our club. Charlene and Leah and Lee and Brett and everybody. I mean,
A great diversity, a myriad of backgrounds and professions.
but when I walk in there, these people care about me. They really
We're a
care
family.
about each other. It's a wonderful thing. It's like I go speak a lot, and I go to speak at a lot of different clubs, and you can see the different flavors when you go different places.
Yes.
And you see that there's some a little cliquey and some, but it's not like that. It's such a different thing. All right, it's time to hear from our wonderful sponsors, so don't go away. We'll be right back on Connecting Caregivers Radio.
Choosing the right chiropractor is an important choice to make. Located in Seminole, the Alexander Spine Center team is trained on the latest chiropractic treatments and technologies. At Alexander Spine Center, you'll find chiropractic and physical therapy care that is safe, effective, and a natural approach to pain and other health-related issues. Chiropractic unlocks your body's potential and natural healing process to ensure your life is a healthy life. We treat clients from the womb to the tomb. Call 727-397-3000 for a free consultation today, or visit our website at www.alexanderspinecenter.com.
They take good care of me twice a week. And did you know they got the Reader's Choice Award for 2019 for the best chiropractic in Pinellas County? So check them out. Arden Courts is an assisted living facility designed to care for those that are struggling with dementia or Alzheimer's, where families and residents can feel the freedom with a nurse on site 24/7. Arden Courts provides specialized memory care in a safe and nurturing environment. They recognize every individual's physical, mental, and social needs and provide a secure environment that fosters independence for as long as possible. Walking paths, visual cues, and home-like amenities invoke a sense of freedom and independence. At Arden Courts, their goal is to make your loved one as comfortable, independent, and healthy as possible. They offer 10 hours a day of activities and programming, with a unique setting of a home-like environment and 4 theme houses. It warms my heart to see how happy the residents are. Please call or stop in to talk with a representative. Arden Courts of Seminole at 727-517-7800, Largo 727-559-8411, or Palm Harbor 727-771-1600. Give them a call.
Guaranteed to make you laugh through your tears, Linda Burhan's book, Good Night and God Bless, is filled with humor and heartfelt inspiration to aid anyone facing the challenge of caring for a loved one at the end of life. Her story offers hope for human strength and understanding of weaknesses during a difficult time. Life doesn't normally prepare us to become a loved one's caregiver. When it happens, it's usually sudden. A diagnosis of an illness, age-related frailty, dementia, and life suddenly is anything but normal. And because we don't even know what we don't know, where do we turn to for help or guidance? In Connecting Caregivers, Answers to the Questions You Didn't Know You Needed to Ask, Linda offers information, education, and inspiration from her own experience and from experts whose advice, practical tools, and personal stories will empower and guide you. Make sure to add these inspiring books to your collection today. Available on Amazon.com.
Don't turn it off now. You need this stuff. Tampa Bay's Tan Talk Radio Network.
Go ahead, I'll get a count. I'll say it.
On February 26th from 2:30 to 4 p.m. with registration at 2 p.m. at Bethel Lutheran Church in Clearwater, Arden Courts is sponsoring an open forum panel discussion on dementia issues. RSVP to 727-771-1600. Then on February 27th from 10:30 to 1 p.m. at St. Catherine.
No, it switched from, my mistake, it switched from February 27th.
Was it
It's
this
March
one or
5th.
that one?
March 5th, it's this one. That's me.
I know,
March
I was
5th.
reading this one now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
March 5th.
We get in trouble messing Lynn up.
That's all right. Here we go. We're going to do this first. On March 5th, oh, good, I can use it next week, from 10 a.m. to noon is the Caregiver Connect and Chat at Ohana Cafe in Palm Harbor. RSVP to meetup.com for this free event. And then on Wednesday, February 27th, from 10:30 to 1 p.m. at St. Catherine of Siena Catholic Church in Clearwater is a free dementia education seminar, The Dementia Dance, When to Lead and When to Follow, with guest speaker Linda Burhans.
That's me.
Yes. There will also be a virtual dementia tour. So RSVP to 727-200-4174.
Yeah, there's not a lot of seats left, so if you want to RSVP, you should do that today. And if you've never taken a virtual dementia tour and you're taking care of someone with dementia, I highly advise it. You'll find empathy, you'll find better understanding and everything.
Absolutely. On March 15th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. at the Pinellas Park Performing Arts Center, Sages presents a fall prevention play, Denying Gravity. Admission is free. For more information, call 727-536-7076.
That's a funny play.
Yes, it is. Very well done.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday in February from 12 to 1 p.m. at the Sunshine Center in St. Petersburg, Susan Bram will facilitate a care partner support group. For more information, call 727-490-8609.
Thank you. I'm sorry I messed you up.
Your show, you're allowed.
I'm a troublemaker. One other thing I want to talk about is Camp Kangaroo. So Camp Kangaroo is a bereavement camp for children ages 5 to 17. They have a couple of days of music, fun, and crafts. It's going to be at the Largo Cultural Center on from June 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Oh, it's on my birthday.
So, yeah. So if you want more information, you can go to seasons.org or you can call 866-824-9699. You know, it's tough enough when an adult loses a loved one. For children, it can be even tougher, and they need some kind of outlet to get out and to talk about it and just know that they're not alone is so important.
Do you want me to take that?
Sure. So what's the last thing you would like our listeners to hear, Sheri? That anybody should take the opportunity to at least check it?
Oh, definitely. Please just call the phone number that I think we're going to put up.
Yep, and you can give it again.
The 727
289-0062.
I never call that number.
Right.
But anyway, yes, just call us and let's have a conversation. Let me know what it is that you need and how we can help you to see if we can help. Because this is an amazing program. It's at amazing free cost. And it truly does change lives. So,
and once again, too,
yes,
they may not fit into that program, but you're not going to leave them hanging in the street.
Oh, no.
We have a lot of resources in our community. You know, we'll take care of them however we need to take care of them.
I'm a resource fanatic. So I have a whole list. You tell me what's going on. If we can't help you, I'll point you in a direction or many directions to try to help you. I do a lot of that on the phone.
You know what? I find that I'm very blessed to be in this Tampa Bay area where people do want to make a difference, and we do have a lot of resources, and we do have a lot of good people. It's just finding out about it.
Now, this is for Pinellas County. Do they have it in other counties?
Yes, we're part of a national program. It started in 1972 in California, and it's moved across the country. So in Florida, I think there are 5 PACE programs, and it's county specific. So
But you would know if somebody called you.
Yes, our Suncoast PACE, PACE program services Pinellas County. We're in the Medicare and You handbook. In the back, it will tell you about different options because we're a Medicare provider.
So if somebody lives in North Carolina.
In North Carolina, you can Google PACE programs.
Okay.
In North Carolina, and it should pop up for you if there are any.
Yeah, because being virtual and on the internet, we have a lot of listeners from all over the United States.
Yes.
So Google it and see if there's one available in your area.
And each PACE program is run a little differently, but they all have the goal in mind of keeping people at home. So that's the bottom line of our goal.
Yeah, and they just have a little bit different flavor. That's all.
Absolutely.
And David.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the last thing you want to tell our listeners? To bring their appetite.
Definitely come hungry on Saturday, March 7th from 7 to 11 a.m. And you'll have a chance to see perhaps Linda in action, either serving beverages or serving pancakes or sausage. It'll be a great day. And, we're a small club, 21 members, but we do an awful lot. And
we're a very mighty club.
I would encourage you to come and visit us, as Linda had extended an invitation. Again, we meet at Lake Seminole Square every Tuesday morning, 7:15 a.m. And Lake Seminole Square is located at 8333 Seminole Boulevard in Seminole.
Or if you're a speaker and you'd be interested and you have some interesting information, not to come to sell us anything, but if you have some interesting information, please, you can contact me through my website. I'll make sure that I hook you up with that.
We'd love to have
because we have some fabulous speakers coming. It's
always
a nice
an education
crossover between the two of us. Yeah, it works really, really well. Mm-hmm. But what I want you guys to do today is I want you to go to lindaburhans.com and I want you to nominate a caregiver for the caregiver contest. So the next contest winner will be picked the first week in April. Every single person that is entered in the contest is considered. We don't just pick. We put all the names in a basket because every single caregiver is a winner to us. And we just pick out one name. Every single person that gets nominated gets some kind of something in the mail from me. But the grand prize winner gets 8 hours of respite care from either Arden Courts, Assisting Hands Home Care, or Maria's Adult Daycare. They also get a massage. They get a facial. I just got a thank you note this morning from our last winner. She went to E&E Steakout for dinner the other night. We've had a lot of good stuff. Kindle fires, haircuts. Every caregiver deserves to be appreciated. It's you know how it is, Lynn. They come and they go, oh my God, nobody was this nice to me in 3 years. Or
my whole life.
The one lady was like, do I have to do it all in one day? No, we're not here to make it harder for you. But it's so many times it's just like, like when you have a baby and everybody knows the baby's name, but nobody knows your name. Or everybody knows the dog's name, but they don't know your name. That happens with caregivers a lot. They'll ask, how's mom, how's dad, but they don't ask, how is the caregiver? So our listeners out there, you all know a caregiver. I want you to do something nice for a caregiver today. I don't want you to call them up and say, what can I do for you? Because first of all, they're not going to give you a good answer. They just don't do that. And second of all, by asking them, what can I do for you? You now have added one more thing to their list for them to think about.
That would make me nervous.
Yeah. So that's not going to help you. So, when you go to the store and there's buy one, get one free, give those extra ones to your neighbor, go over and say, I'm coming over on Sunday at 2:00. So you can have a couple of hours, because what happens is this is a conversation. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Maybe I'll come see your mom one day. One day doesn't happen. So we need to be specific with that. There was a woman that months ago called me and she said, I've been listening to your show for 6 months, Linda. She said, but I'm a slow learner. She said, my husband's dementia is so bad, we don't really go out of the house at all anymore. She said, but I want to go to church. I don't want to give up everything. I want to go to church. She said, so my neighbor's Jewish. He's been asking me for like 2 years what he could do to help me. She goes, so I finally got the nerve to go over there. He said, I would love to hang out with your husband when you go to church. First Sunday she came back home from church, they were playing dominoes. They told her, get out of here. We don't need you here. So she gets 3 hours every Sunday morning now. So she can go to church. She can hang out and talk to her friends a little bit after that. Or go out to breakfast with somebody. And her husband is so delighted to see the neighbor. And the neighbor is so delighted to see the husband. So it's a win-win situation. Sometimes we isolate ourselves and our loved one. So please don't do that. Thanks for being here today. I appreciate all your time. Remember, God loves you all the time, and have a delicious day.